What's up, everybody? Me and the old man just got done delivering the last piece for this kitchen renovation, and that's this hutch right here. So we are officially all wrapped up. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I last showed you an update on this kitchen renovation, but a lot of work has been done. If you haven't seen that video, be sure to go check it out. The link is down in the description, or you can click on it up here. Since the last time I showed you an update, we finally got this backsplash done. As you can see, it's this beautiful blue subway tile laced all the way throughout this whole entire wall along here. Also, the pendant lights got put in, as well as the appliances. They ordered these appliances back in January, and they just now finally showed up in July. And last but not least, the shelving in the pantry got finished. And with that, this kitchen renovation is done. Here's a time lapse of the work that we've done. Actually, one more thing before I go ahead and jump into the time lapse. At the end of it, I have an overview of this project as well as some lessons learned, because not everything went according to plan. And with that, I have some tips for general contractors as well as customers working with general contractors. So if that interests you at all, be sure to stick around to the end of this video. All right. Enjoy the time lapse.
Today we are starting a brand new project. Now that we're done with the $1 million renovation house, we can get started on this great kitchen remodel. So I'm over here this morning so that we can go ahead and move some appliances out of the way and start the demolition of this kitchen.
This wall right here is gonna be getting removed, so we have a nice open concept from the kitchen to the living room and dining room over there. As you can see, we have two different types of flooring. We have a laminate and we actually have hardwood floor. We're gonna pull up this laminate and relace hardwood floor throughout the whole entire kitchen. This opening right here is gonna end up becoming a wall. We'll have a pantry right here, and we'll have cabinets along there. We'll have some more cabinets over here, and a nice island right there. Right now, Brandon and Marvin are working on pulling out all the appliances. We're gonna tear down this brick wall. As you can see, a lot of work got done today. We were held up a little bit because we had to go through and cut out this chimney. There was about 5 layers of blocks still up here in the ceiling, and we had to tear all that down to here. So that way tomorrow we can work on tearing out this and pushing it in towards the kitchen.
Now it's time to clean up the mess.
We have mostly everything cleaned up.
So we are wrapped up with day one. We'll be back here tomorrow to do some more demo. Day two at this kitchen remodel. I got a little bit of bad news.
When we talked with the electrician, since he is putting in a new panel here and correcting all the wiring, because currently it is run underneath the house.
But because of codes and regulations here, we had to run it up through the ceiling. And with that,
Now we get the joy of dropping all of this.
we are all wrapped up with day two.
We can now see light. Tomorrow we'll focus on tearing this down the rest of the way. Todd and Marvin have been doing a great job with getting all this removed. Most of the fireplace has been taken out. So it's looking good, it's really coming along. now have the brick chimney all torn down. Next up, we'll be tearing down this part of the wall, as well as starting to tear out this drywall.
So far, it's going pretty well. Taking a little bit longer than we would really like, but nonetheless, it's getting done, so that's good. What a day. We got a lot done here.
We finished clearing out all of the chimney, all of that brick wall, and we started filling this hole. What we're doing right now is filling it with some pea gravel, gonna compact it, and then put down concrete so that we can level out the floor. Because all throughout here, we're gonna be putting down hardwood floors. So all this has to be level
so that our floor contractor can come in, lace in the hardwood, and make it flow throughout what's going to be the kitchen.
There's already a substantial amount of difference with light coming into this room. Todd, Brandon, and Marvin went ahead and got all of the ceiling drywall torn down. Next week, we'll work on tearing down this little wall as well as the rest of this drywall along here. The drywall is all complete.
Before I can go ahead and get our guys in here, we have to go through and pull off this masking. All right, all the maskings off of all of the windows. We'll have our guys in here tomorrow, remasking and then starting to paint. We finally have the quartz countertops coming for this kitchen renovation. First, we need to get the cabinets set, and then we'll go ahead and get those countertops installed. Let's get to it. I know the customer is super anxious to go ahead and get these countertops in and really just have a kitchen of their own again. Let's go in and make sure that everything's cleared out of the way for us to move these stones into the kitchen. Unfortunately, we can't use this entrance right here due to how large the size of the island stone is. The island is 10 foot by 63 inches, so that's over 50 square feet, and it weighs well over 800 pounds. We're a little bit constrained with where the ceiling is, and because of how wide that stone is, we can't go through this entrance. So we went ahead and built some stairs off of the back porch. The full crew isn't here for the people that usually install the countertops, so Dad and I got enlisted to go ahead and help them lift these big pieces of stone. So we'll see how it goes. All right, look at that piece of stone right there. This thing is massive.
Yeah, sit down. One, two, three.
The countertops are now in place. We had to do some final tweaks to get it centered onto the cabinets, as well as fill in some seams where the stones line up, and cut out holes for the sink faucets. These countertops are all finished now. Look how gorgeous this is. The sink faucets will be coming in tomorrow. The holes are already cut out for it. Now that the countertops are in, we can start working on the backsplash. We still have to finish up doing the window trim as well as the baseboard. And we'll have to peel back the masking so we can put the final sealant coat on the hardwood floors. And last but not least, we'll finish building out this pantry. We've got all the flooring masking pulled up for the flooring guys tomorrow, and this place is really starting to come together. So as mentioned before, this project didn't necessarily go according to plan. We wanted it to only take about 8 weeks to get the whole kitchen done, but it ran about a month and a half longer than that. And most of that was kind of out of our control. We weren't initially planning on taking all the drywall off of the ceiling in that whole main area, but the electrician really wanted it down so that he can hang all of his can lights and rerun all of the electrical. So with that, we were only planning that the drywall would take about a week and a half, and it ended up taking 3 weeks because we used a conventional form of doing the drywall, so it took longer to cure. That way, no tape lines or anything like that will show over the years. The next thing that really impacted us was lacing in the hardwood floors. We know that this is usually quite a long process, about 2 to 3 weeks, but we had to go ahead and refinish all of the floors, have it laced in, resealed, and refinished. So that whole process, instead of taking around 2 to 3 weeks because it was broken up, ended up taking more around 4 to 5. And during that time, because the floor has to cure, we can't be in there doing any work. And last but not least, one thing that's not really shown in any of these videos is that we actually ordered a custom front door and pantry door for this whole remodel. So due to current delays in the supply chain, we weren't able to get those doors for 10 weeks. But despite all those setbacks, this project is now complete and the customer is happy with all the work that's been done. So from this whole entire project, I have 2 major lessons learned for both general contractors as well as customers working with general contractors. The first and most important is that communication is key. You've got to communicate bad news early. There was a lot of setbacks for our projects, but each time we ran into one of those setbacks, we made sure to reach out to the customer and let them know how it was going to impact them as well as the project. And the second lesson is to expect the unexpected. You're gonna run into something that's gonna throw your project off. So one way to counteract that is to build in a buffer into your project. So let's say, for instance, if a subcontractor tells you it's gonna take 2 weeks for them to get this work done, plan for it to take around 2.5 to 3 weeks, just depending on what the scope of the work that they're doing is. So with that, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's been awesome seeing this project come to fruition and now be wrapped up. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.